Hey there, I'm your stranger, and this is the story of Sukanya. My name is Sukanya, and this is my story. The story of how I have become the person I am right now. I belong to a very poor family where my father had no regular jobs and my mother being too weak to do any job. I studied in a government school. The reason was two. The first reason is that my parents lacked the money to admit me to any big private school. The other reason is that in the government school, I could get free lunch. When every student dreamed of a holiday, I did not want to be the school off because I may have to remain hungry. I have a brother who is just like me, but the only difference is he was frustrated about the situation we had, but I remained calm. We didn't have good clothes to wear. My neighbors would give my mother some used clothes, and we would happily wear that, although the size of the dress is often mismatched. We lived in a very small home. The outsiders would call it a shack, but it was our home. I have learned many poems that narrated the beauty of rain. The season when the earth will look beautiful with green leaves everywhere. But we didn't have such an image of rain. When the wind came, shaking and swinging the coconut trees, we four of us were rattling out of fear. We were so afraid, thinking if the wind would take the rooftop of our small nest. Many years passed like this. I have studied under the yellow shady light of the bulb. Back from school, I cooked and cleaned the home, giving my mom some time to rest. Do you know what is the other goodness of studying in a government school? There, the students will be provided rice, grains, egg, milk and banana. I carried the rice and grains in my backpack. On Friday, we got milk. I filled it in a bottle and carried it home. My mother then would prepare tea for all of us. My childhood was like this. When I was a student, my language teacher once said, "If you are born poor, then that is not your fault. But if you die poor, then you may be responsible for that." I felt the fact was true. When the school opens after the vacation, the teachers would hang the banners of those students who performed bright during the last academic year, those who have passed with excellence. One day during the inauguration of our new academic year, my mother was seeing the school assembly. The parents were also invited to the function of appreciating the studious students. After that day, when I backed home, my mother was making dinner for us. While spreading the atta over the dough, she told me, "What a function! I wish I also had witnessed my children on the stage." I heard and said nothing, but her words felt like an ember. I started becoming the bright student of the class. Many times, I still remember, I woke so early in the morning to study. Slowly, the changed practice of spending more time on learning became my habit. I became one of the brightest students of the school. And I gifted my mother the vision of me standing on the stage and receiving the medal from the teachers. Thereafter, I got much appreciation from many people for my performance. I have got certificates, medals, and trophies. And I have completed all of my studies just like that. Done bachelor's and master's. Today, I work in a reputed job which pays me a decent salary. If you ask me what is so great about my story, I can tell you that yes, I have not done anything so dramatically to change my life upside down. But I have achieved that point in my life that my family is not afraid when it rains because a rooftop made much stronger. Today, we don't need to buy used clothes from people because may be of modest price, but we buy new clothes for ourselves. And most importantly, we have food in our kitchen. I am growing and I see and I feel it. That makes me proud.